As we age, the body goes through many changes, some of which are less visible but still impactful. For many men over 60, one of the most noticeable changes is in the area of male vitality. You may have noticed that your energy is not what it once was, or that your body no longer responds the way it used to. These changes are a natural part of aging, but they don't have to be permanent. In this video, I'm going to show you a simple, natural solution that can help restore your vitality and energy without the need for expensive medications or risky procedures. This ancient oil massage is an effective and gentle way to bring life back to your body. Starting from the outside in, you might be wondering, how can a simple oil massage help? What does it actually do? Stick with me, because I'll explain everything you need to know, including a 7-day protocol that you can start today to boost your vitality. If you're over 60 or know someone who is, keep watching. This could be the answer you've been looking for. And if you're watching from another country, leave a comment and let us know where you're from. Most men don't notice it at first. It happens slowly, like a dimmer switch turning down the lights without anyone touching it. You still feel strong. You still look healthy. But inside, something feels different. You wake up with less drive. The morning signals that used to be automatic now feel like distant memories. You move slower, think longer, and react softer than you used to. And you start wondering, is this just aging? Or is my body quietly changing behind my back? Here's the truth I've learned after 3 decades of working with older men. Your body isn't breaking. It's adapting, but it's also asking for help. As we pass 60, 3 things start to shift, whether we like it or not. First, blood flow begins to slow down. The arteries that once rushed with energy now stiffen and narrow, making it harder for blood to reach where it's needed, especially down there. Second, the nerves lose their sharpness. That instant feedback, that electric connection between your mind and body, fades. The signals still try to move, but they don't travel as fast or as clearly. And third, hormone rhythms begin to shift. Testosterone, the fuel behind male vitality, doesn't disappear, but it moves to the background like a quiet song you can barely hear. The combination of these 3 changes, poor circulation, silent nerves, and drifting hormone levels, isn't dangerous, but it is powerful. It changes how you feel, how you connect, how you see yourself. And most men don't even realize it's happening until they wake up one day and feel off. Not broken, not sick, just out of sync with themselves. But here's the part that gives me hope every time I see it. These changes aren't permanent. They're not damage. They're simply signs that your body is waiting for the right message. And in many cases, that message doesn't have to come from a prescription. It can come from something as natural and ancient as the oils sitting in your bathroom cabinet. So now that you know what's really going on beneath the surface, let me show you the first oil that helps restore what time has quietly faded, starting with your circulation. 1. Peppermint oil. It might surprise you, but one of the most powerful tools to restore circulation down there is already sitting in many kitchen cabinets. Peppermint oil. Yes, the same oil you might add to tea or use during the holidays. But when used the right way, it becomes a gentle signal that wakes up the blood vessels you didn't even know had fallen asleep. What makes peppermint oil so special is a natural compound called menthol. This cooling element doesn't just feel fresh on your skin, it interacts directly with receptors in your blood vessels, encouraging them to open wider. That widening creates more space for blood to flow, especially in the delicate areas of the lower body where circulation tends to slow after 60. But the magic doesn't stop there. With repeated use, Peppermint oil helps retrain your vascular system. Think of it like stretching for your arteries. Over time, your body starts remembering how to send blood more efficiently. One of my patients, a 72-year-old retired firefighter, tried the oil massage for just 3 nights. On the 4th morning, he called me and said, "Doc, I felt something I hadn't felt in a decade. It was like warmth came back to my body. To use peppermint oil safely, always dilute it. 2 drops mixed with a carrier oil like coconut or jojoba is more than enough. Apply it using slow, circular motions across the lower abdomen, especially in the evening before bed. Your body is most responsive to repair while you sleep, and this ritual helps set the stage for healing." Be gentle. The goal is not to force a reaction, it's to remind your body how it used to respond. With consistency. Many men notice not only more blood flow down there, but also a renewed sense of awareness and energy in the entire pelvic region. This is often the first sign that your body is waking up again. And if peppermint oil helps open the door, the next oil in our journey helps bring your inner fire back to life, starting with the hormone that keeps you feeling like a man. 2. Ginseng oil. There's a quiet shift that happens in most men after 60. You don't lose your strength overnight, and your interest in life doesn't disappear. But something deeper changes. You feel less drive, less motivation, and less like the man you used to be. It's not about appearance. It's not even about energy. It's about a loss of rhythm, a quiet fading of your inner fire. At the heart of that change is a hormone you've had since your 20s, testosterone. Not the kind they measure with a lab test, but the kind your body actually uses day to day, over time. That rhythm slows. Not broken, just silent. And this is where ginseng oil becomes a quiet coach, reminding your endocrine system how to function again. Inside this ancient root are active compounds called ginsenosides. These compounds send natural signals to your body to increase the production of free testosterone, the usable form that affects your energy, focus, sleep, and your sense of confidence. But here's what makes it different. Ginseng doesn't force anything. It trains your body to remember what it once did with ease. One of my patients, Paul, a 67-year-old Vietnam veteran, told me, "It's like someone turned the volume back up on my manhood." He wasn't chasing youth. He was reconnecting with a part of himself that had gone quiet. And it all started with 5 drops of ginseng oil each morning, gently massaged into the lower abdomen about 30 minutes after waking. The timing matters. That's when testosterone levels naturally begin to rise. The technique matters too. Long, deliberate strokes, not rushed, not forceful. Hold pressure for a few seconds, then release. Over time, this becomes more than a routine. It becomes a message, a signal that your body is still capable, still willing, still alive. And once that hormone rhythm returns, many men begin to feel it ripple through the rest of their lives. More presence, more strength, more clarity. But what if the problem isn't just hormone quieting, but the nerves themselves going silent? That's where the next oil works its magic. 3. Rosemary oil. Not every man talks about it, but many feel it. That quiet frustration of not feeling as much as before, not just emotionally, but physically. You might still be able to move, still be able to function, but the spark, the sensitivity, the connection down there feels muted. It's like turning the volume down on a song you once loved. One of my patients, Tom, 71 years old, put it best. He told me, "Doc, I don't just struggle to get there. I barely feel anything at all." And that broke my heart, because what he was really saying was that he no longer felt like himself, not fully, not where it mattered. That's when I introduced him to rosemary oil, one of the most overlooked natural tools for nerve activation. Most people know rosemary as a cooking herb, but in its pure oil form, it holds powerful compounds like rosmarinic acid and camphor. These compounds support something essential: nerve conduction. In simple terms, they help nerves fire again and fire faster. Even more impressive, studies show rosemary oil promotes neurogenesis, or the regrowth of new nerve endings. That means it doesn't just wake up what's fading, it builds entirely new pathways. And that can change everything for men who've felt numb or disconnected for too long. To use it properly, mix 3 or 4 drops with a gentle carrier oil. Then apply using a feather-light touch across the lower abdomen and inner thighs. No firm pressure, no rubbing. Just a whisper of contact. Think of it as an invitation, not a demand. I often recommend using rosemary oil 2 hours before intimacy, or even as part of a quiet evening ritual. You don't need to chase results. Just give your nerves time to remember what they're capable of. Within days, many men notice more sensation, more responsiveness, and more presence in their own bodies. And when nerves come alive again, it opens the door to deeper restoration. But first, we need to deal with the quiet blockages that have built up over time, the hidden inflammation that's slowing everything down. That's where the next oil comes in. 4. Castor oil. Most men think the problem starts with hormones or blood flow, but often, there's something deeper, a quiet force that builds up over time without warning. It's not dramatic, it doesn't hurt, but it slows everything down from the inside. I'm talking about chronic low-grade inflammation, especially in the pelvic region. As we get older, things like stress, poor diet, sitting too long, or even lack of movement can lead to a kind of rust in your lower body. You may not feel it, but it's there. This hidden inflammation narrows blood vessels, stiffens tissue, and blocks the body's ability to circulate and clean itself. Over time, it affects how you feel down there: less energy, less confidence, less clarity. That's where castor oil comes in. It's not flashy, and it doesn't act instantly, but it works deeply. The main healing compound in castor oil is called ricinoleic acid. When applied topically and gently warmed, it penetrates deep into the tissue, melting away internal buildup and stimulating the lymphatic system, your body's natural waste removal network. I often recommend what's called a castor oil pack. It's simple, soothing, and surprisingly powerful. Just warm the oil slightly. Apply a light layer to your lower abdomen and groin. Then place a warm, damp cloth over the area. Lie back and relax for 20 minutes. No pressure, no massage, just rest. Many men tell me they feel lighter afterward. Not just physically, but emotionally too. It's as if their body released something old. And within a week or two of regular use, circulation improves, tension softens, and the quiet signal down there begins to return. This isn't about chasing a quick fix. It's about clearing the path, removing what's been holding you back for years. And once that internal weight lifts, your body becomes more responsive to everything else you've been doing. Now that your system is clearer and your nerves are reawakening, it's time to strengthen the foundation itself, your hormone production, energy reserves, and inner vitality. And that's exactly what the next oil is designed to do. 5. Black seed oil. If I could recommend only one oil to every man over 60, black seed oil would be the one. It's not just because of the long history behind it, though that alone is impressive. For over 3,000 years, cultures from the Middle East to Asia have referred to it as the remedy for everything but death. But what makes black seed oil remarkable isn't legend. It's the science that supports its effect on male hormone health and energy. The magic lies in a compound called thymoquinone, a powerful antioxidant and hormone modulator. It helps reduce cortisol, the stress hormone that quietly drains your masculinity, and supports the cells responsible for producing testosterone. But that's not all. Black seed oil also improves your body's ability to create nitric oxide, which directly enhances circulation down there, especially when combined with what you've already done to restore your blood vessels and nerves. One of my patients, Henry, age 66, told me that within 2 weeks of taking black seed oil, he didn't just feel more alive, he said. It felt like something clicked back into place. My mind was clear, and my body felt like it was listening again. To get the full benefit, I recommend using black seed oil both internally and topically. In the morning, take 1 teaspoon on an empty stomach, ideally between 6 and 8 a.m., when testosterone production naturally begins to rise. At night, apply a few drops mixed with a carrier oil to the lower abdomen and groin using steady, calm strokes. No pressure, just presence. Over time, this ritual becomes more than a health routine. It becomes a way to reconnect with yourself, to remind your body how it used to operate and still can. Many men report deeper sleep, better focus, improved energy, and yes, stronger response down there. But black seed oil doesn't work alone. Its real power shows when it's part of a full routine. That's why the next step is learning how to put all these oils together day by day in a 7-day ritual that transforms your body naturally, from the outside in. After learning about each oil and what it does, the question I hear most is this: how do I use them together? That's where the real magic happens, not in using one oil once, but in building a rhythm that your body can respond to day after day. This 7-day ritual isn't complicated, and it doesn't require perfect timing. What matters is presence, patience, and the willingness to connect with your body in a new way. Start your day with black seed oil internally. Just 1 teaspoon on an empty stomach helps prepare your system from the inside. In the morning, follow up with ginseng oil 5 drops, slowly massaged into the lower abdomen using long, deliberate strokes. This wakes up your hormone rhythm and gives you a steady energy to carry through the day. In the evening, rotate between peppermint, rosemary, and castor oil. Peppermint comes first, especially if you're noticing low circulation down there. On the next day, use rosemary oil to encourage nerve response. Then follow with a castor oil pack to help clear out hidden inflammation. Rest days are part of the process, too. On day 6, do nothing, just let your body settle. Then on day 7, choose any 2 oils and combine them in a single session to finish the cycle. This rhythm doesn't just support blood flow or hormone levels, it teaches your body to respond again gently, consistently, and without pressure. That's the heart of recovery. It's not about chasing what you lost. It's about reminding your system how to function the way it was designed to. And in many cases, it starts working better than you imagined. In the final step, I'll help you understand how to keep the momentum going and listen more deeply to what your body needs. Because once the rhythm returns, the question becomes, how do you hold on to it? After all these years working with men over 60, if there's one truth I keep coming back to, it's this: you're not broken, you're just out of rhythm. That rhythm you used to feel each morning. The quiet signal that told you your body was still working, still alive, still responsive. It never truly disappears. It fades. It quiets. But with the right care, it returns. This journey isn't about chasing youth. It's about reclaiming something more real, your connection with your own body. And the tools you've just learned aren't myths or miracles. They're ancient. They're natural. and they're powerful, especially when used with intention. Peppermint wakes up the blood. Ginseng whispers to your hormones. Rosemary revives your nerves. Castor oil clears the path. And black seed oil brings it all together from the inside out. But beyond oils and techniques, what matters most is that you've made the decision to stop ignoring the silence. You've chosen to listen. And that's where healing begins, not in a bottle, not in a procedure, but in your willingness to return to your body with care, consistency, and patience. You don't need to fix yourself. You need to support what's already there because the truth is, your body hasn't given up. It's been waiting for you to slow down, tune in, and trust that even now, there's more life left to live. So don't stop here. Stay curious. Stay present. Leave a comment if this spoke to you. Or subscribe to keep learning with me. Let this be the beginning, not of a cure, but of a comeback.